Hello, this is Tori Gates, author of the new book, Live from the Cafe, on Sunbury Press Books. You can get it at sunburypressstore.com and also Amazon. Here is a selection from Live from the Cafe. Chapter 1, The Strangest Place on Earth. The late model BMW turned off the Trans-Canada Highway, down the sharp curve of the ramp, and into a world its driver did not expect. From the manicured landscape that bordered the asphalt rail, there now came a more rustic encroachment. Shadows passed over and above the motorist. He hadn't paid attention until he realized his GPS had gone dark. At that same moment, he noted the caller on the other end of his smartphone wasn't there. There was no line to go dead, but the man was suddenly alone. Must be a gap, he thought, as he pulled up to the weathered stop sign in both English and French. The two-lane road before him showed the only way to go. Right. An equally run-down sign and an arrow directed him to the next town, Harlansville. He'd never been here before. Somehow this exit eluded him for the past 25 years. With the arrival of spring, the trees had begun life once more, and they shaded the way down this rough potholed road. So much so his dashboard panel glowed as if at night. From the bright sunlight of the highway to now, this was a little disconcerting. But it appeared to be a straight in-and-out road. Turning around shouldn't be an issue. He checked his phone. Still no service, and he didn't see any towers in the vicinity. The GPS was still out. At least the stereo worked. CBC Radio 1 was clear, but the discussion seemed faded into the ether. Soon, a river presented itself on his left, far down an incline and running as a parallel valley. Trees lined the banks on either side of this. Partially hidden on the upper horizon, he saw the relic of an abandoned mill. Green and brown hills rose up to the right, and he saw houses, old homes built in the last century for sure. Haphazard they were along that hill, and then on a ridge of sorts meters above these. They peered downward, leaned out, and threatened to swoop upon him. He looked ahead. Here now came a street, its white and yellow lines faded. Along the sides were parked cars, trucks, and an occasional SUV. More houses on either side. All looked old, and most needed a paint job and fixing up. There were no lawns. The front doors mostly stepped off from inside porches to sidewalks. He approached an intersection. One traffic light blinked, and above him the sun once more shone. On the lower left corner was a block of small businesses, among them a Chinese takeout joint. The upper left corner hosted a Petro-Canada station, and across the street a small garage. The one directly across from the restaurant, however, caught his eye. He expertly slid the Beamer into an open spot right before the curve. He got out and shivered in his suit jacket. The chill of winter past was still around, and he looked about. A handful of vehicles passed, and he watched people walking or biking on their way to somewhere. No one seemed to pay attention to this well-dressed stranger. Briefcase in hand, he locked his car and stared at the dark brick of this ramshackle structure. In brown and green, the sign above the imposing wooden door merely heralded Le Café. My thanks to Joe Compton for having me on. Once again, Live from the Cafe is available at sunburypressstore.com and also Amazon and other fine online retailers. Thank you very much.